Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch and the first Stockwatch of the new year 2020. I hope that you had a good... No. Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch and the first Stockwatch of 2020, and we'll see what this new year brings for a lot of the big stocks, and not only that, the US indices as well, to see if they're going to keep pushing to record highs and to see if any stocks can really start pushing higher and get rid of this Omicron variant and put it behind them. Well, one stock in particular, one company, is Tesla, after they yesterday posted record Q4 deliverables on their vehicles that exceeded Wall Street expectations. So basically they were looking at about 263,000 deliverables for the last 3 months, and that that data, that number, actually moved above 300,000. So that's very, very significant for the company, and especially with the chip shortages that have haunted a lot of companies for 2020 and 2021 as well. It seems that Tesla has not really had any problems in that department. A lot of automakers did cut chip orders as the pandemic and lockdown measures hit demand, but Tesla never reduced its production forecast with suppliers to support its rapid growth plan, which helped it weather the chip shortages, according to Elon Musk in a statement yesterday. So it's very, very good news for the electric vehicle maker, and we'll see what that means for the stock price going into 2022. And another story that I picked up on yesterday is that Goldman Sachs and a host of other Wall Street banks are telling their staff to stay at home for another few weeks heading into the new year due to the Omicron surge that has really started moving across America as well. So there could be a little bit of a slowdown with profits in the banks as we head into the new year, but we'll see how dramatic that's going to be. But for the first few weeks of the year anyway, they have actually confirmed that they will ask their staff to stay at home. So is this a sign of things to come for a lot of the big banks? And not only banks, but companies in America as well. We'll see as we move on. So just to look at Tesla first of all today, well, we've seen the last week or so that we saw this accentuation, but now with the assistance of the Ichimoku cloud, which I like to use just for entering exit signals, we are seeing a little bit of a bounce on the top border of the cloud, which means that we could push to another high, which could signify another move to the recent peak that we saw not so long ago. However, if this downtrend does continue like we have been seeing in previous weeks after this spike to the upside, then we could see another move to the downside, and then possibly a test at the latest trough at $880, which would be quite significant, because we could see the price of Tesla has been a bit choppy in the last few trading sessions, so it could be advantageous for bulls and bears for sure. And just looking at the RSI, we saw this very overbought signal here. And we expected prices to come slightly lower, but not as low as they did do. So we'll see if this RSI movement here signals another move to the downside. If we look on the 4-hour chart as well, we're looking at the moment. I'll just remove some of these drawings so it's a little bit easier to see. Excuse me. So we're looking that prices are engulfed in the cloud as well. So this could signify another move to the downside. But if we see some sort of bounce and a push higher when the market does open soon, we could see another move to the upside and another push to the recent peak. So very interesting for Tesla as well. Goldman Sachs, just wanted to check on the daily chart first of all today. We are looking at the moment, there was a very choppy price action in the last few trading sessions. There was an expectation that prices would start moving higher to the recent peak, but at the moment we are looking, sorry about the screen move, but we are looking now, there was a rejection roughly about the $400, because there was another expectation that this price would keep on pushing higher in the near term at least, but now we had a bit of a rejection and prices are moving down to roughly about the $380 region at the moment. And this could be very, very significant, because with the news coming out of the Wall Street banks and prices falling lower, would there be more of a sell-off in the stocks? Well, we'll have to wait and see. It's the first business working day of the new year, so we'll see what is in store in the next few trading sessions. And lastly, on the 4-hour chart, not too much excuse me, to really get our teeth synced into. Let's just remove most of the drawings here. You know, on the RSI, it's pretty flat, so we're not really looking at most of the movement to really signify any potential strong moves. We are expecting the market to be a little bit flat and be trending roughly around the 380 to 390 region. If prices can move above the $400 zone, then a nice buy position should be put in place for myself anyway. I'll check that to see if we're going to look to another move higher to the recent peaks that we saw not so long ago. So that's all from the Stock Watch today. As usual, any comments or queries, please feel free to add them to the post, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great trading day ahead, and bye for now.